Samantala, base sa Section 238 of the Tax Code, ang lahat ng mga nagmamay-ari ng isang negosyo ay maaari lamang magpa-imprenta ng mga gagamiting official receipt ng BIR. Hindi payagan ang pag-iimprenta sa mga ito, dapat na mismong BIR na. Hindi na kasi pinapayagan na ang receipt na ito ay galing sa labas. At kaya po dyan, makakasama natin dito sa may PTV News Center si Assistant Revenue District Officer Mr. Max Sebrecus at Attorney Ramil Lincuna, Group Supervisor. Sir, magandang umaga po sa inyo.
Yeah, good morning.
Sir, ano po yung bagong alituntunin ng BIR kaugnay ng mga official receipt, invoices at iba pang mga business documents?
Now, this started last October when Commissioner Kim Jacinto Henares came out with Revenue Regulation 18/2013 that prescribes the policies and procedures and rules for the accreditation of printers. No? Now, this policy had been waited for quite some time na kailangan tong i-accredit yung mga printers because there are a lot of registered printers who come out to be jobbers, who are not actually engaged in the printing in the sense that they don't own machines. No? Now, I personally realized that kailangan talaga to make the receipts, to come up with the fine lines doon sa printing of issuance of authority to print in the printing of invoices and receipts.
Sir, tanong ko lamang, kaya po ba ninyo naisipan na gawin ito dahil maraming mga reklamong nakakarating sa BIR na mga peking official receipt?
Now, this is one of the major reason. Precisely, the Commissioner came out nitong Revenue Regulation 18/2013, no? Dahil sa to come up with a cut-off and come out with a new set of recibos dahil sa lumalabas ng mga fake receipts.
So sir, kung dati may mga requirements pag-imprenta sa labas ng mga official receipt, ngayon po, ano po yung mga na-encounter pang problema ng BIR kung bakit kailangan sa BIR na mismo manggagaling itong pag-iimprenta?
Now, the BIR is not engaged in the printing of receipts. No? Hindi nanginegosyo ang BIR dyan. Now, the printing of receipts are still with the printers, no? And this is just to make some sort of clean-ups, no? Na yung mag-preprint ng registered receipts are the genuine ones. What I mean of genuine ones is that they are really engaged in the printing of what we call primary and supplementary invoices and receipts, no? So, the major focus there is really to cut the existence of fake receipts.
So, ibig sabihin, may mga requirements pa rin po na kailangan para makapagpa-imprenta sa labas at kung ito'y papayagan ng BIR.
Now, do you requirements? Can you please?
Kasi meron po sir sa may BIR.gov na .ph na merong application of authority to print receipts and invoices, yung mga requirements po na mag-iimprenta niyan. Sabi niyo po ang BIR ay hindi mismo ang BIR mag-iimprenta nito. So, kayo po ba nire-require niyo pa rin ang mga tagalabas na dumaan sa proseso ng katulad nitong mga halimbawang requirements?
Yes, naturally. The focus actually of the Commissioner or the BIR is for a taxpayer to request for an authority print, naturally through the printer, and the focus there is through online registration. No? But meanwhile, na hindi pa available yon. So there is what we call the manual way of securing authority to print, wherein there are certain forms that should be filled up in the application of authority to print and submission of the samples, receipts, or invoices, or official receipts that the taxpayer would want to use. No? Now, the BIR came out with a template. No, it would come out to be more or less standard. No, but in a way, pwede yan madagdagan, and in the latest revenue memorandum order na mayroong clarification doon na that mayroon kasi nakalagay doon tungkol sa mga senior citizens na hindi naman applicable doon sa business na yon. So, yun, pwede yun tanggalin.
Ang tanong ko naman po para kay Attorney Lingcuna, Sir, sakop po ba ng batas na ito ang mga maliliit na negosyo o para lang ito sa mga malalaking kumpanya?
Lahat po ng negosyante sakop nito. Kasi kailangan kasi sa batas natin na lahat ng taxpayers, basta may sale sila na more than 25 pesos, kailangan mag-issue ng resibo. So, practically yun. Kailangan talaga lahat mag-issue ng resibo ng taxpayers ay dapat mag-comply.
So sir, ano po yung mga parusang maaaring maibigay dun sa mga hindi mag-i-issue ng ganito?
Under Section 264 ng tax code natin, mayroong mga penalties na nilagay doon na ang fine is not less than 1,000 but not more than 50,000, and imprisonment of not less than 2 years but not more than 4 years. Yun po ang nakalagay sa Section 264 ng tax code po natin.
So sir, sa may personal experience ko lang dito sa may mga official receipt, kapag katulad ng pagbabayad ng mga billings, minsan ang sinasagot sa amin ng mga purchase o ng mga binabayaran namin nasa kasama na po sa billing statement. Legal po ba ito?
Yes, tama po. Legal po 'yon.
So pero maaari pa rin ang isang nagbabayad humingi ng separate OR?
Yes. Kasi yung mga billing na 'yon ay yun ang tinatawag natin ng mga supplementary receipts. Whereas yung official receipts, tinatawag na mga principal receipts. Now, ang kaibahan kasi nito, yung supplementary as against principal, is that yung principal receipt ay nagagamit ito for claim of input tax. At saka on the part sa yung nagbabayad. Whereas yung supplementary, hindi yun pwede i-claim as input tax doon sa mga nagbabayad. So yung mga billing statements ay matatawag din ng mga supplementary invoices or ORs, whereas yung official receipt talaga, yun ang principal.
So Sir Max, Mr. Max Sabracos, meron po kayong idadagdag doon?
Now, there are two kinds of business, no? There are different lines, no? Pero mayroon kasing tinatawag na taxpayers engaged in trading, no? At saka taxpayers engaged in the sale of service. Now, itong primary receipt na sinasabi, dalawa ito, no? Sales invoice and official receipt. Now, in the case of taxpayers engaged in trading, when the taxpayer is VAT registered, the sales invoice is source of input tax. At saka kung pinapautang yung merchandise na yon, the business person or the entity issues a collection receipt. No? Na yung collection receipt na yan is one among the supplementary invoices na tawag natin, which is not a valid source of input tax. Now, dito naman on the other side, on the taxpayer engaged in the sale of service, no? Now, the official receipt is a source of input tax. Now, yung billing statement na sinasabi is not a source of input tax. So, supplementary receipt ito. No? So, just to clarify that matter.
Sir, ano po ba yung masasabi ninyong mga karagdagang pang impormasyon tungkol sa bagong alituntunin nito ng BIR para sa ating mga negosyante?
Now the rules for our business is regarding the invoices is really focused now on this Revenue Regulation 18/2012, which is on the accreditation of printers and then issuance new set of receipts starting July 1, 2013.
So sir, bilang panghuli na lamang po, bigyan niyo po yung ating mga negosyante o yung ating mga mamayan na tumalima sa bagong panuntunan na to ng BIR.
Yeah, can you please
Yes
paraphrase?
sir, a last message po para sa ating mga mamamayan o yung mga negosyante para tumalima po sa bagong alituntunin na ito ng BIR kaugnay sa pag-i-issue po ng official receipt.
We are calling all the printers and also yung mga businessmen natin na by July 1 talagang i-implement na namin ito na dapat new set of invoices at saka official receipts na ang gagamitin. So dapat by now mag-apply na kayo ng authority to print receipts for the new sets to be used effective July 1. Kaya nananawagan kami sa lahat na to comply because we are really bent on enforcing and imposing penalties. Wala pong patawad dyan. Talagang we will be imposing penalties. Kasi yun ang utos sa amin, mandate namin from top management. So kaya kami, habang medyo matagal pa, mag-apply na kayo ng authority to print receipts. Maraming salamat po.
Yes sir, maraming salamat attorney kay Mr. Max Sebracos. Any last message sir for our businessmen?
Now, tungkol doon sa mga penalties, now doon sa Revenue Regulation 18/2012, it speaks there of the taxpayer na magpa-print, humingi sila ng or mag-secure ng approval for authority to print 60 days prior to June 30, which means on or before April 30, kailangan na ang taxpayer mag-approve ng authority to print. No? Now, mayroon kasing penalty yun eh. There's a violation that is imposed, that was violated if the taxpayer won't be able to have an approved ATP for printing on or before April 30. Kaya there's a 1,000 penalty dyan, which the Commissioner clarified in a memorandum na mayroong penalty na 1,000 na lumalabas that taxpayers were caught in surprise. But in the provision of that Revenue Regulation 18/2012, very specific naman doon that any act or omission or violation doon sa issuance na yon, mayroong penalty under Section 275, which talks about the 1,000 specific penalty.
So maraming salamat po sir at sa mga kababayan natin mga nagnenegosyo ngayon, mas magandang para hindi magbayad sila ng penalty ay tumalima kaagad dito sa bagong panuntunan ng BIR. Nakapanayan po natin dito sa PTV News Center si Assistant Revenue District Officer Mr. Max Sebrecus ng BIR at si Attorney Ramil Lincuna, Group Supervisor BIR RDO 38 North Quezon City. Maraming salamat po sa inyo.
Yeah, thanks a lot.